I don't want to hear before I let you go by Beyonce one more time.
It's not gonna happen to me. Everybody gonna be clean around me. I put cleanliness on the application. I got this is next.
You're gonna see a roach. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, go to that subscribe button. If you're not new here and like what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button. So, whoo, sorry y'all, this southern heat is kicking my butt. Also, disclaimer, I know that there's like a little round thing on my glasses. The life of a YouTuber with glasses is hard. You're gonna see this little ring. But anyways, I decided that I'm gonna do a little HBCU college tip video. Not everything is just pertaining to HBCUs, but some stuff will, some will not. I'll kind of filter it out, but yeah, I'm starting off with kind of just tips, and then I'm kind of moving into things you need to know and things you need to bring. But yeah, if you don't know what HBCU stands for, historically black colleges and universities. If you did not know, now you know. But yeah, I actually go to the #1 public HBCU in the world, the illustrious North Carolina A&T University. Go Aggies. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get along with this tip video. Here's some things I wish I knew as a freshman / transfer, or just for anyone else that's going to college in general. And I made a little list of stuff to know, what to do, what not to do, what to get. So yeah, let's buckle in and let's get into it. So the first one, do not feed into the HBCU stereotypes. I'm gonna say this again for the people in the back. Do not feed into the stereotypes, y'all. I have heard so many people say they do not want to come to HBCUs because they couldn't keep up with the standards. They can't keep up with the dressing. They would feel put down. When I say this, I mean this. There's a spot for everyone. You don't need to be this popular person. You don't need to be this. You will find your own group of people, as well as you do not need to have all this stuff that they make it seem like. You know, people go and they do like the HBCU starter packs, and they're like, yeah, Telfar bags, Rick Owens, the beanies, certain hoodies, the bust down 30. I promise y'all, there's not a lot of people that actually do that. Now, we'll do it for the first day of class or the first week of school. A lot of times people do that just to kind of show that they're there, and for like events like GHO or homecoming, Aggie Fest, just different stuff. But people don't get dressed up every day. There's been many times on campus where people go out in bonnets, sweatshirts, sweatpants, Crocs. Y'all, there is some people that get dressed up a lot every day, but that does not have to be you. Like, I've had times where I've just gone out with my hair not done, hair in a bonnet, non-matching shoes. Like, it's life. It's college, y'all. So please don't feed into that stereotype. Please budget your dining dollars. One thing that a lot of schools do is they give you like flex dollars or dining dollars where you can eat at the good places, y'all. I'm talking about like the Chick-fil-A, Panda Express, McAllister's, all that. I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I mean it. I say this because the calf gets repetitive, it gets old, and sometimes you just don't have time to go there. I have beef with my calves. See, this is what I'm twitching. I have beef with my calf because certain calves close at certain times. We have 2 across campus. Let y'all know this now. You're gonna be up late most of the time, either in the library, out doing hoodlum stuff. Those calves are gonna close on you. And I mean that. They don't wait for nobody. So please make sure that you budget your dining dollars, because those places are open a little bit later. And also, sometimes you do want good food, but please don't splurge. Y'all, I budget the first semester, and the minute that second semester hit, I spent all my money on McAllister's. I have no shame. Especially they get you too, because a lot of universities have the Starship robots, and they can be delivered to your dorm room. So those days that I just want to stay in bed and sleep and eat, it was easy. I just downloaded the app and got food. But yeah, please budget. Save money before you go to college. And I made the grave mistake of not saving anything before I went to college. I literally spent my last $200 on moving day because I was getting supplies, I was getting food, all this. Y'all, a lot of people say 1,000, like 500 to 1,000 is good. I'm gonna see if I can save it, y'all. I'm gonna see if I can save it, but I know people that pay tuition like me or have to pay stuff back. It is very hard, especially for not as high income families. But please try to save money, because when I say everything will start to sneak up on you, you got homecoming / GHO for us, you got Aggie Fest, you got different events. Literally, your campus will come out sudden and be like, yeah, Cardi B's coming next week, tickets are $50, drop tomorrow, and now you can't go see Cardi B. Or you'll go and your friends are like, yeah, let's go out to Chili's or something, and you're like, dad, I got 2 cents.
All right, Carter, you got $25.87.
Not for long. I make bad financial decisions.
Next, we're going to talk about classes. So I'm going to say this now. I'm going to say this now. With classes, please do not get at 8 a.m. Anything above, start at 9 a.m. I will say this because it's nice at first. Like me, I like to have my classes in the morning and be done by like 10, 11. But I will never take an 8 a.m. again in my life. Because I'm gonna say this now, I know a lot of people think they're scholars and stuff like that, but sometimes y'all just get into some hood rat shit. I was doing that. Not even just hood rat stuff, but you'll get into something the night before and you realize you gotta be up at 8 and it's only 4. So now you don't even have time to really wake up, or you have time when you're studying late and now you got at 8 a.m. so now you gotta go to bed, wake up, and it's hard. Oh, no one talks about this. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Do not get at 8 a.m. because a lot of classes across campus, that technically means that you're gonna wake up at 6. Then you have to get ready. Then you have to leave at like 7:30. For me, I had to be up and at the the shuttle stop by 7:30 so that I could catch the shuttle, because my class was on the other side of campus. I was on the hill of campus. I had to travel through the depths to get to the other side. So yeah, 8 a.m.s are a no-no. Going kind of into classes, make sure that you're on top of the dates that you need for registration, housing, holds, everything like that. And it kind of goes back to classes, because you need to make sure that everything's paid and everything like that. Because I know with a lot of HBCUs, they don't play. If you're not on top of your stuff and something needs to be paid, they will drop your housing. And not a lot of people talk about it, but this is where the purge happens, where a lot of people don't remember to pay their bills or do a certain hold off. So literally your school will literally drop everything. A&T will drop everything on your thing. When I say that, they will drop your housing, they will drop your classes, everything like that. You won't have anything, and now all the stuff you worked so hard for, it's gone. To avoid that, just do that. Just do what you do. So let's get to the nitty gritty, what y'all came here for. Let's talk about the parties. I've been to quite a lot of parties in my lifetime at A&T.
Deshae, you good?
What?
You straight?
I'm gonna throw up.
Alright.
Shit.
Yeah, so you trying to make sure he good.
I've been to a good amount of parties / functions, especially like with my people, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know this really quickly. It gets old very fast. They either make you pay a lot, or you pay and you don't get in and something happens and they don't give you a refund, or they will play the exact same song. Y'all, I'm traumatized. I don't want to hear Before I Let You Go by Beyonce one more time. I will lose my mind. But yeah, sometimes it gets really old really fast. I know for like North Carolina colleges, we have this thing called College Days. Make sure to follow them on Instagram. But one thing that they do is that they have a lot of parties, and they're either free or they're only like $10, and they do like cool themes, stuff like that. I will also say this: please do not go and party at cottages at A&T, because a lot of times it does get shot up. About every year we have had someone sadly pass away, our fellow Aggies and people in the community pass away from gun violence there. So please do not, just don't go over there. Next, we got the famous GHO, the best time to be at A&T. With GHO and homecoming, especially for like big schools, y'all, everybody's there. You got off people campus. What? You got locals on campus. You got all these events happening on campus, off campus. I know for us at A&T, tickets are first come, first serve. You hear about them, buy them. Same thing with the football game. The homecoming football game, if you don't get your tickets as soon as they drop, you will have to pay general admission, and you do not want that. During this week, no sleep for the week. And I mean this. I got no sleep during GHO. My tip for y'all is always show up to class, so GHO, you don't have to be there. Yeah, it's a really good experience. I suggest that everybody go to their own homecoming, especially if you're an incoming freshman at A&T, make sure you're prepared. Okay, next one is roommates. So with roommates, make sure to always establish your boundaries, rules, ask questions, make sure that you know that person, you know how they live, you know how they operate. Me personally, I would say to just keep it professional, especially if you don't know the person or anything like that. You don't always have to be friends with your roommate, but if you do, that is a lucky thing. But yeah, just make sure that you have boundaries, you know how each other live, talk to them over the summer. Just a little key tip for anybody wondering, if you're going to A&T, I'm about to list the best dorms to stay on campus at. You got Aggie Villages, which is pretty much where you can get a single or you can get like a big double, which is really good. I would say next is Pride Hall. Pride Hall also has singles or big doubles, and it has like a big space, so Pride Hall is a good one, as well as Aggie Suites E and F. I stayed in Aggie Suites E and I really did like the space. Next, Aggie love stories. So personally, I didn't get to experience that because I have a loving boyfriend here at home. He was there a couple times too. But yeah, personally, I did not have an Aggie love story because I was already in a relationship. Still am, locked in, tight. But yeah, I will say this, especially because I've learned this from other people and their experiences there. Do not trust these Aggie men, and I mean that. I'm gonna be straight up. If you're gonna do something, please be protected. When I say there was literally like an outbreak at our school, I'm not playing. Like, it's, yeah, there are some people that have found the Aggie love story and everything like that, but just make sure that you're not just rushing into anything, and make sure to focus on your studies over these men. Because there's nothing more embarrassing than crying over a man in a class that you paid for. This was very big, and I did not learn this till halfway through my first semester. Use your resources. Don't think you're too bougie to go and get on that shuttle. Get on that shuttle. Get on that shuttle. I mean that. You know how much time it saved me to get on a shuttle? How convenient it was, instead of sweating my butt off, instead of running to the other side of campus at 7 in the morning. Use your shuttle. Use these free events that they be having. They'll usually give stuff out for free. Use what they give you. It's not a handout, it's a helping hand. Yeah. Next, this one's kind of personal, but do know yourself and be confident in you. It is very easy to get caught up in like college culture. There's a lot of people that say, oh, I want a new me when I get to college. And that new one is not the one. You can reinvent yourself for the better, but make sure you're staying true to who you are, because to come in and let college change you is honestly crazy, and people will know that you're not authentic off rip. Next, okay, a lot of people are kind of 50-50 with this statement. I say bring all your clothes, but bring valuable clothes. I say that because we do not have that much space really in dorms, but you can kind of just help yourself out by bringing a lot of useful clothes. I know personally for A&T, you know, I'm actually a North Carolina native, so I actually live in the area. But please, 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 it is very bipolar down here. Right now, it is really summertime and it's raining and cold. So just make sure you kind of have each of everything for each season, so that if it changes on you, you're still good. We're still straight. Next are books. Do not buy these books. I know ours has been free for a little bit. Do not get these books until you learn from your professor that you need them. And if they say they need them, please look online or do the Amazon rent thing. I've done it before, where you rent a book and you can get partial of your money back, or it's just cheaper and you don't have a book that you got to keep the rest of your life. Another thing, stay on your studies early. Make sure that you do that test. Do that syllabus week stuff that you don't think counts. It's still a grade. If a teacher says class is mandatory, do try to show up a lot, because a lot of times they'll curve your grade based off of you showing up. Just a little tip. And this is for my people that go to a HBCU. If you do not know, there's a thing called the D9, which is our sororities and fraternities. I'm going to say this because I've been seeing it a lot on social media, especially TikTok. If you're at an event or party, anybody, do not get in the way of them strolling. Do not try to mimic their strolling. Do not talk in public about anything about that. I will tell you right now, you will be blacklisted. You'll be ridiculed. Don't do any of that ever. That is the end of the line. This is a personal one as well. not personal to me, but just personal in general. Everyone is great, but please be yourself. I say that because when you go to a HBCU or any college in general, there are people that are going to be better than you. There's people that's going to have a business, that's going to have their life together, that's going to be doing internships at Apple. You got to remember that that's their path, not yours. So please don't ever be envious or feel that just because one person is doing a little bit better than you or has a little bit better that you need to compete. Just take your own pace. College is not a race, it's a marathon. This one is very important. I would say this is definitely for my minority people at HBCUs. Everyone that's skin folk ain't kinfolk. If y'all not in the South, let me explain what that mean. Just because somebody is your ethnicity, your color, or just like you does not mean that they're meant to be your friend, or that does not mean that they are in your corner. I will say that again. Do not think that they are in your corner just because they are skin folk, not kinfolk. Thank you. I say this because I will say this from the depths of my heart. That's one thing I've learned this year. Some people are just weird. Bottom line, weird. They move weird. They act weird. They'll do stuff for attention. They'll do just anything to be anybody or to be in a light. It does not matter if it's negative, positive, anything. They will do anything. There's just some people that will do that. And that's why I said do not try to reinvent yourself too much, because there's people that's so unauthentic that they will do anything to be relevant. There's also some people that just want you to fail, and there's just backhanded animosity. I don't know about that. But yeah, and not even just coming to competition wise, there's just some people that you got to realize that you cannot just be friends with. And going off of that, not everybody is raised the same. That is a big one that people have to realize. Not everyone's cleaning the same way you are. Not everybody is actually cleaning. Not everybody learns, okay, don't mess with someone's man. Not everybody learns that, you know, you can't talk about this and that to people, you know, stuff like that. And I'm not saying to let them get a pass, but what I'm saying is to realize that they're not you. They weren't raised like you. So you're going to have to approach it differently and figure out who you are and how you are going to address the situation based off of how they are. This one is very important as well. Buy what you can afford. When I say this, I mean this 100%, and that kind of feeds into the don't become like a stereotype for college. Like, for example, before the semester even starts, a lot of y'all might be trying to race out and get like an iPad or get like the newest computer and stuff like that. Get what you can afford, because in the long run, it just helps your pocket. If you're trying to come in with $1,000, don't go and get that $600 iPad. Get a refurbished one for about $250 and save your money. And that also goes into during the semester. If you know that you cannot afford that trip to the restaurant, do not take it. If you know that you're saving that money for something, save it. If you know that you can't go to this event because your pockets won't allow you, do not put yourself in the hole just to have a quote-unquote experience. Please make sure that you're just managing your money wisely. I will say this as well. Cars are not really a necessity, because there are shuttles and there are people that you may become close with that actually have a car. But don't get too wrapped up in trying to have certain credits before you come to college so you can have a car. Because I'm not gonna lie, even people that have cars, we end up walking around campus anyways. So it's just a little in between. Okay, hey guys, so Donnae from the future. I forgot to tell one tip that I want to talk about. If you're in the dorm room, I'm gonna say this once and only once. Make sure you get your laundry on time, because people will take it out, aka me. So please make sure that if you're gonna wash your clothes, do it while you're in the building. They tell people that all the time and they still continue not to listen. So yeah, because I have pictures and videos of people just leaving their stuff so they don't think I stole it. So yeah, get your laundry on time, people. Oh, this one's very essential. I'm doing this right now. This is the best tips I can give to y'all that want to make sure that you stay maintenance in college. Bulk up before school. When I say this, buy up your stuff that you're going to need, because you're not going to have money during college. If you do, that is great. If you can keep a long-term job, that is great, and balance it all, that's great, that's fine, that's perfect. But for those that know that you won't be working or have like a stable income, go ahead and start buying those stuff right now, like immediately. Like what I've been doing is, because I'm actually supposed to have an apartment this year, every time I get paid, I go to the Dollar Tree and get like some cleaning supplies. I get some soap. I get some little storage things. I just get little things so that I can save money, A, and B, I can just go ahead and be stocked up on it so that when the time comes, I know I have an ample amount of stuff. I run out of soap, here go 3 more. It just helps a little bit and just makes it worth your while. Personal experience right here, do not use Tide Pods with these school washing machines. I know some people are gonna say that it didn't happen to them, but a lot of things that were happening to like me and my friends as well is that we were using the school washing machines, and with the school ones you have to actually throw the Tide Pod in there because that's what a Tide Pod is. And what was happening is because the washing machines are like so old and stuff like that, it's not really rotating the way it needs to. My clothes and stuff were getting stained because the Tide Pod would just bust and stay in one place. It's not getting the circulation it needs. So please, before y'all ruin that white shirt like I ruined, please don't do that. Next, this is kind of like my last tip before I go into what to bring. But yeah, this is for personally transfer students because we don't get a lot of love on college campus, and that's kind of why I wanted to explain. We are kind of treated like freshmen, but we don't get the good side of it. Like at A&T, they're supposed to give freshmen tablets, like new ones. You're supposed to keep it all throughout school, and once you graduate, it's yours. We didn't get that because we're transfer students, but we're considered freshmen on our transcripts. We also do not get the new student orientation that freshmen gets. So I'm letting y'all know this because I was in for a world of shock. I went to my new student orientation thinking it's gonna be like the freshman ones. Y'all, they literally just sit there, lecture to you. You don't have the fun they have. You don't get to do the parties and stuff they get to do. You don't get to spend the night. It's just a day where you go in, register for your classes, and they're like, okay, well, you can go home. So yeah, that is just a little tip for my transfers right there. So next we're gonna get into what to bring. The first one I'll say to bring is a rolling laundry basket. I say that because I had a regular one and the hall hated me. Because you could just hear my basket just being dragged down the hall to go and get laundry. Like to go get it, to go, like, it's just horrible. Please just get a rolling laundry or like a little rolling cart because it's just gonna help you. It's nothing worse than being hot and bothered and you're trying to just roll your cart down the thing. Next is the plastic reusable dishes that you can get at Target and Walmart for 50 cents. I actually have some already back there. Like that's my little corner for like school already because I'm ready to go back low key. Like they make me irritated here. Also, I'm ready to see my friends. Miss you. I miss y'all guys. Please get the plastic reusable dishes because you're in dorm rooms. You don't want to keep having to throw away plates and stuff like that. Also, you don't want something that's gonna break. It just helps and it saves space. Next, I will say this forever. Bring Raid. I don't care what dorm you think you're staying in that's the cleanest.
It's not gonna happen to me. Everybody gonna be clean around me. I put cleanliness on the application. I got this is next.
You're gonna see a roach. And I'm saying that because I'm triggered. I literally called home at 2 a.m. to go home because a big daddy roach crawled across my stuff and we couldn't find it. Whew. But yeah, you're gonna need Raid, some type of home defense or something, because it ain't gonna work, honey. You think you're good, you think you're straight, get that Raid, because the minute it comes in and you lose your mind, you're gonna need it. You can't do these bugs. I don't do bees, I don't do bugs, I don't do mosquitoes, I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing like that. Next, bring a good sized water bottle. I don't think I have my big one with me. I will say this is kind of a good size. Anything from here up is a good size water bottle. I had a big daddy one. If you're going to be, you know, drinking that Hennessy, stuff like that, whatever your pick of poison is, make sure you have a water bottle, especially during GHO or anything if you're gonna be outside, because I do know it is illegal to drink on college campuses. So don't get in trouble, friends. Just put it in a bottle and keep it pushing. Also, I like bringing the big size water bottles because I got thirsty really quickly, especially walking across campus. And as well, I ran out of drinks a lot in my room. So I would just take all my water bottles with me to the caf, fill that bad boy up with some drink, and take it back with me. And yeah, why not? You're paying for it. Speaking of that, make sure you bring Tupperware. I had a big thing of Tupperware because I'm stealing from these calves. I don't care. You're paying, like, let me break it down to y'all. Y'all paying about $2,000 to go eat at a calf. and they want you to leave the food there like they're not gonna throw it away. So what I would just do is that I would stop at my dorm after class, or I'll just bring it with me, and I'll have a couple bowls and my thing. And if there was something good at the cab, I would just take it, put it in my bowl, go get me another one, because it's almost like a Golden Corral type beat, you know? So I would just go get my food, keep it with me. So later that night, if I'm at the library late, I got me a sandwich. Next is bring shower shoes. Definitely, at first I was okay with it, but the way that our shower was, I feel like the bottom kind of felt weird. And I'm not gonna lie, some of these colleges be giving you any type of shower. We had like a mold thing with it. Like, it was, I kind of just use my Crocs because why not? They're meant to get wet. So yeah, Crocs, shower shoes, whichever one you want to use. Next is command strips. These will save your life. I don't know why some people just put holes in the wall. I've really heard of that. People get charged for it. You don't want to get charged for that. They'll literally charge you $500 for a little scratch. But yeah, I use these to put, if y'all see my room before in the videos, I put those up with command strips. I took them down. Perfect. Not a scratch. Anything like that. So yeah, y'all should go ahead and subscribe because I'm so excited for this little apartment, you know. Speaking of that, broom and dustpan, or like a mop or something, because you won't believe it, but some people don't bring a broom and dustpan. But please do, because I honestly didn't think I was gonna need it. My parents told me I wouldn't, but I'm glad I brought it, because there's a lot of time that stuff spills. It's self-explanatory. I shouldn't have to tell you about a broom. Another one is please have dry foods. There's gonna be times where you're hungry and you don't want your food that's given, or you don't have time to go and do other things. So have dry food, because it doesn't really expire like that, and you always need something to eat on. So like noodles, what was it? I like the bag of mashed potatoes, like the dry ones, the mac and cheese bowls, stuff like that. Like, just have dry foods. This is a big one. Some people don't think about it, but you need a lot of underbed storage. I say this because a lot of people get like a bunch of rolling carts, like a bunch of like pull-out drawers and stuff like that, like the little plastic bins. But you really need underbed storage. Like, for me personally, I have a shoe organizer that I will put under my bed because I have a lot of shoes. I'll put that link in my description for the shoe organizer because it definitely did help me out. I also got like the little gallon tubs, and I would just put like a lot of my clothes that I wasn't using right now in that season. Another thing that you will need is a rug. I honestly just did it for the aesthetic at first, but I realized you really do need a rug. You really do need a rug, because that cold floor in the morning will scare the out of you. That cold floor will shock you, baby. Shock you all the way. Speaking of that too, I would say slippers. Me, I didn't really use slippers. I kind of just use my Crocs, but you just need slip-on shoes. Speaking of that, I would say also, you're gonna need an ottoman or like a step stool or something. I just prefer ottoman because you can store stuff in it and it kind of goes with the room. Y'all, them beds are high. I don't know who was telling me I could jump on that thing. That bed is high up. I watched my friend jump in that bed every single night. You need something to step on, honey. A lot of people do not realize this. Please bring comfortable shoes and clothes. You're thinking, oh, it's a party every day. You think you Jessie or something, girl? This ain't Jessie. This ain't Jessie. Feels like a party every day. You're gonna be tired. It might be that time of the month, ladies. You don't want to feel it. Make sure you have, here's the essentials for comfortable. Crocs, sweatpants, sweatshirt, bonnet. Even if you don't like Crocs, slip on something. You're gonna need comfortable clothes. Here's an example of stuff that I bulk items of. Lotion, toothpaste, soap, toilet paper, paper towel, body wash, body soap, skincare, pads, hair products, hair bows. Ladies, bring you some braiding hair, and I mean that. 1 out of 5 people is a secret hairstylist under disguise. Me, I had to learn how to do hair. You and your friend can experiment, get that hair done, do something a little cute. Another thing you would need is a calendar / a planner. Either or both. I slept on having a planner until the last minute. It would have helped me so much. Next is an extension cord. A lot of people say not to bring extension cords. Don't listen. My RAs did not care. Do not listen. Do not care. Extension cord air fryer, they do not care. I know a lot of people gonna hate me for this one. Bring a book bag. Bring a book bag. I'ma say this and I'ma keep it here. I'ma put it on the floor. But it really ran through. Please bring a book bag. When you got all your books, your tablet, your computer, your drink, your snacks, your planner, all this other stuff, that bag's gonna get heavy and it's going to hurt your shoulder. It's gonna feel like somebody has a big rubber band and just snapping it. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt your shoulder. Just get a book bag. Yeah, I'm STEM. We surviving barely. All them daggone books, no. And last but not least, this is a little unpopular opinion I have, but I have seen that it actually makes a big difference. Please get a computer over an iPad if you have the choice. I know that's very crazy, but it really does help because a lot of times with schools, they do a lockdown browser and you can't download down your tablet. I've tried so many times on this. I had to end up just renting one from the school. But yeah, please get an iPad. I mean, ooh, what? Please get a computer because it's just, it helps you a lot. I know iPads are so aesthetic. I know I have one, but now I'm having to go and get a computer. And the last tip I have is make sure you subscribe. Make sure, because I'm gonna put y'all on some game. Like, I don't care now, but yeah, please make sure you subscribe because I have a lot of things coming up on this channel with school as well. Thank you so much for watching till the end of today's video. Comment, like, subscribe, share, and see you in the next video. Peace out.